Good evening, Central Indiana, and welcome to Porch Time live from JTH Construction Studio. We have a full house tonight. It's been a while. Before I get to the gentleman in the room with me, let me talk about my sponsors real quick. And we will not be discussing UFOs tonight.
Yet.
Just started.
Once again, we are live at JTH Construction Studio. Get a hold of Joe for all your construction needs. 765-913-8599. American Basement Solutions, Mr. Larry Ralph, Sr., 1-877-409-2837. Fathom Real Estate with Teresa Messmer, 765-341-8911. Wellspring with Mr. Bob Goodrum. Take care of a lot of the homeless situation here in town. 765-346-6661. The Yard Barber, Andrew Payton, 765-318-4108. Get on his site and look around. He does phenomenal work. Wayman's Furniture Appliance and Mattress. Give Mark a call, 765-342-4339. Livewire with Tommy Walls, 765-792-4012 for electrical consulting. For Stid's Comfort System, Bruce, does it feel good in here?
Oh, yeah.
Caleb
Compared to
always
being
does
on the
as
square,
well.
it feels
That's the
really
greatest
good.
thing ever invented, the ductless system. Can't get any ducks in there. 765-346-0195.
It really quacks me up.
Logan's Cosmos, 765-318-3388. And of course, let's not forget our gals down at Hometown Nutrition, 765-315-0738. Protein shakes, iced coffee, boosted teas, and smoothies. That's all I got. All right. These gentlemen, practically Mr. Surber. How you doing, Tim?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Good, sir. You've jumped into the, hey, I'm going to do a golf scramble.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. My wife is tickled pink.
But the beauty of it is the cause. It's for the Spirit of 45, which you represent, and these two are very vest. How you doing?
Hi. Good.
Mr. McKee, how you doing?
Good to see you, Kevin. Doing great.
Spirit of 45 and Battle Buddies, two phenomenal groups, and it's very honorable of you to do this. Now, tell us a little bit about it. I know it's Wednesday, August 16th, 1 o'clock. Tell us a little bit about it, what you got going on, and how can we help?
Well,
AJ, our Audra says hello, Bruce.
Hey, Audra.
Well, we're looking at August 16th. We're going to have a silent auction that's going to start around 11, end about 12. Lunch and everything for the golfers are going to be around 12, and the scramble starts at 1. And the whole idea is to raise as much money for these guys. I mean, I sat here and I'm amazed. 551 weekends, Fridays, right? 52. That's right. 552. So they've been through rain, snow, tornadoes, hell, and great weather, bad weather. It's just amazing. and I have a son that's in the military, in the Army, and I thought it was, and I've known Jerry for a long time, and I've wanted to help support them, and I thought this was a great way to do it. So the magazine's doing great. We've been out there 4 years now, and the community really supports it. So this year we're trying to give back more to the community.
Great cause to do it with. Hello, Teresa. Couldn't pick two fine. I know I give them a lot of grief. It's just because they're Air Force and I'm Army, but
And we give it right
as
back.
far as, yes,
Yes.
as far as human beings, you couldn't pick two finer to help, and including the entire group. We've had the Battle Buddies in here. That Spirit of 45, we prayed with them. This is an event that if you want to help out, this sponsor, you want to donate, you want to be part of, and it's at Foxcliff. Doug's had that course looking.
It is looking great, and I will put in a plug there. We are definitely needing sponsors. Need some more, and we definitely need some more team. Get a hold of me any way you can through the telephone, or these guys here, Jerry and Bruce, and help make this a great cause ending for them. And
So, Bruce, are you going to put a team in it, or are you?
I'm going to try to get a team together.
Are you?
Yeah.
How long has it been since you played golf?
Well, actually played about 20 years ago. I tried about 2 years ago, and I'm still sorry for that tree that I smacked. I hit that thing so hard.
Hey,
It's the only tree on the darn golf course, and I clocked it.
but the beauty of this is,
My nickname's Woodchuck. Come on.
I think, are mulligans unlimited? I believe. I mean, You can buy.
Well,
With
there's
me, they
five,
gotta
there's
be.
4 per person.
Okay.
So there's, 20. You got 20 on your team, or 16.
Oh, good. I'll buy the other 19 from the other guys.
So there you go.
Plus, we're doing the red string. So, 6 foot of red
Yep.
string.
6 foot red.
That'll
Okay.
at least get you through 9 holes.
That'll at least get me through first 4 anyway.
Yeah. So what about you there, Arnold?
I got a team, championship team.
No.
I know the
When's
guy.
the last time you played?
Let's see.
He
There was
doesn't
a
even know where-
19 in the year, so
I think
19? Is that what
I think the quote earlier was, "I don't know where my clubs are at."
it's literally over 20 years. Over-
Bruce brought
yeah.
us a beverage because they were out in the sun and it'd been a while. Well, they drink a beer with our buddies. And
Absolutely.
That's right.
That's right.
Like I said, it's a great cause. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do. Spirit of 45 and the Battle Buddies. This is what all proceeds are going to these 2 charities.
Well,
groups.
the Spirit 45, you know the history bus. I mean, we started for the World War II vets, and as they've all begun passing away, we've expanded to the Vietnam vets, the Korean War vets, the guys that are serving now, the gals. And Jerry and I both had issues after mine was service related. Jerry was related to another. Yeah. Yeah.
Several issues.
Yeah.
Co-workers?
Co-workers, yes. But yeah, when I was at my lowest point, it was another veteran, a Korean War veteran, that called me, and just the only reason I'm alive today is because he called me, and I'm not shy about that. I was ready to chew a barrel. I mean, my mind was just that far deep into what I was exposed to, and over the years, I've realized how many of my friends have committed suicide. Veterans, guys that I know and love, and talk to them, and then the next day they're gone. And you never saw it coming, but after a while, I learned that what he saw in me, I can see in other guys. I know where they're going. And it's helped me to, good Lord spare me because he needs me to help some other guys
Right.
out.
Put you on the right
He put
track.
me on the
puts you
right
in
track.
position to do what you can to help
Yeah.
others.
And, we've been very successful. I mean, I don't know how many guys we brought through, and praise the Lord, we haven't lost anybody.
Yeah.
We've got,
Everyone's either went on to get professional help through the VA or
or they've
in-house service, or
squared away.
just still coming. We have a dedicated group that comes about every month. We meet twice a month. They're at the source downtown on the square, and
And
it's
our
just-
guys know 24/7. They've got our number.
I know we were getting ready. We were doing a show.
Mhm.
Night before, right before.
Yeah.
Not to change the subject, but one other thing you guys do that
honor flight's different.
I know,
Yeah.
but I want to talk about that because this is the type of men you guys are. You got the Battle Buddies, 45. Talk a little bit. When I see those photos, that's cold chills.
It is. It's like
It is
Yeah.
changing.
When you're there, it's incredible.
I've never been, and there's part of me that wants to go.
You need
I
to
would
go.
cry like a 4-year-old.
There's
I
nothing
will.
wrong with that. You will.
I'm on the board of directors with Honor Flight, and I'm also a bus captain. Bus captain is
They let
the
you drive
best
the
job
bus?
that they have.
Oh no.
No, they don't let me drive
Thank
the bus.
goodness.
Oh,
No.
okay.
They don't let me.
Yeah.
They don't let me fly the plane either. But we go out. We get a list from our priority list of veterans, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and we'll go out to their homes and interview them, get their paperwork ready, let them know what the agenda is for the day, what they need, what they don't need, match them up with a guardian, get to hear some stories. I went on some interviews last night
The best.
with
Well,
my
they
partner and heard a couple cool stories. One Vietnam vet, he was in the 199th Flight Infantry Recon. I was like, so what do you do? Just go out in
Gotta walk
helicopters?
over there.
And he said, well, we'd go out as a group and set up ambush or watch a road or hold a bridge or whatever, and until they told us to come back in. And it was like, oh, so like 20, 30 of you? He goes, yep, 6. Yep.
Wow.
6 guys go out into the jungle by themselves
Mhm.
and then come back. And he said, sometimes we take the whole squad. And I was like, oh, okay. He goes, that's 11. I was like, still not enough. It's not enough.
These are Army numbers. That's typical.
Right.
That's typical.
That's
That
This
area
isn't
is.
going, down to the forestry,
No.
hunting Bigfoot.
But
This
we're
is the
not
big
going,
jungle.
We're not going into PX to watch a movie.
And
Right.
So,
And some of
It's
the
VX, but
some of the
whatever.
characters you meet are just amazing. I mean, Lloyd Seasting, for example.
Lloyd was great.
Lloyd was great. He's a Purple Heart recipient, and I think it was Jerry. I think it was you that asked him.
Yeah.
He's like, "How'd you get your Purple Heart?" He goes, "Oh, I just got blown off a mountain." No
Just
big
blown
deal.
off the mountain. But it's got a,
Reese says
hey,
hello.
Chris.
Mike says,
Hey, Tracy.
45. Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Bruce.
Hey, Chris. Good to see you, bro. But,
Awesome.
yeah,
Spirit of
and-
45. We started out with World War II, and it was they were the rock stars. Very glamorous, romantic time with World War II veterans and
Greatest
stuff.
generation.
And Korea was kind of the same, but now that we're with Vietnam, you've noticed a big change, and it's all about healing. These guys that have been mistreated when they came back, and the one guy we just saw last weekend said that they were flying home and they had to change clothes on the plane in civilians' clothes to walk through the airport for security.
That's horrible.
It is horrible.
It is.
And they didn't get that. And then we take them to D.C. If you're a veteran and you haven't been on the honor flight, close your ears. But we take them to the airport there in D.C. and there's a big crowd there waiting on them, welcoming them home. And then out on the wall, people just coming up to them, strangers, not people that we put there, just tourists
Regular
going out
everyday
there,
citizens.
shaking their hands and thanking them for their service.
And for a lot of them, that's closure.
They come back a different person.
So all these things you do, of course, require money. Tim's idea. Hey, let's put together a scramble. Provide you guys, and started up my grant. First year he's trying it, and hopefully expanding as you. If you want to be involved with this, support of Spirit of 45 Battle Buddies. Get a hold of Tim or Jerry, Bruce. It'll be Wednesday, August 16th at 1 p.m. Check-in time at noon out at Foxcliff. If you've not been out there and never played that course, and you're available, you should do it. That's a lot of sponsors, Tim. Could you run down that list of what you're looking for, Deegan?
Yep, we need to get some of the longest drives, drink cart, lunch sponsor. Got a few whole sponsors, a couple of exclusive. Really excited that we got Lockhart Cadillac
That's a
at Greenwood.
big one right there.
That's a
Yeah.
big one.
And now, hole in one, are they throwing a Cadillac out there?
They are.
They're throwing a Cadillac out for a whole
Beautiful
lot.
car. They're going to have it there. So hopefully somebody will win that.
Front, Corey, what hole would be the easiest? Oh, you'd want the hardest par 3.
I don't know which one they're going to do that. I'll leave that up to
It's a par five.
It's a par 5.
Wait a minute. How the hell am I going to get a hole in one on a par 5?
You got 4 mulligans.
Yeah.
We're now go out there and play that par 3 900 days in a row and be like, well, we got it. Lockhart coming in big. That's
Absolutely,
a big,
yeah.
big
That's-
sponsor.
To get a car for a hole in one.
Oh, that's going to be great. They're going to bring it out there and everything. And we really, the whole focus of this has, yes, the magazine is sponsoring it, but it's for the Spirit of 45 and Battle Buddies. I'm trying to buy my way onto that plane because I wanted to do one of the honor flights, but Jerry will never ask me. So maybe I can buy my way on there now. But
he can be bought, I'm sure.
yeah, I'm sure.
Bling and
$500. Anybody can take a ride.
Exactly.
But I think I would love the community to come out. I know it's on a Wednesday. That's tough. But, I kind of thought, well, maybe it might work since kids are in school. It might make it easier for the people to do it. But come on, guys. Martinsville, get behind these guys. You're there on the Fridays. These guys have not missed a Friday for 552 Fridays. I mean, that deserves your support just right there. And I've sat there, excuse me, and I've stood there and heard people I know, their name, and then that bell just rings deep into you. I tell you, it's just amazing. And I'm a very strong. My whole family is pro-military, pro-patriot, and I just think it'd be great if we could really hear between now and next Friday just have a blowout of sponsors and teams.
Yeah, you're only a couple weeks away, so
Yep.
deadline by next Friday.
I have the 1st, but I'm moving it to next Friday, the 4th. I think we'll make it. I still have plenty of time to get the signs made and everything, so we're not gonna hurry.
Do any of you guys have this posted on this?
I have a
form?
link to it on my page.
Send on your Facebook page.
Yeah, Facebook
Good.
page. Yep.
I'll take it and put it on the.
Yeah, and they can call me at 765-346-1850.
We've also got the registration on our website under our events tab.
Oh, okay.
So
765.
346-18.
And the link to it on my page is above the dad joke, so it's easier to find.
Hey, you had some good ones yesterday, brother.
ER.
Let's
Yep.
say that doesn't look. Yeah.
That's all right.
I went for quality, not
Hey,
quantity.
you did good ones yesterday, bro. They were good.
I ignore it. I can't deal with it. Get a hold of Tim. Help these guys out. Lots of things you can sponsor, and if all the sponsorships are taken up, there's holes. There's individuals you can sponsor, or you can just donate money. We've had people do that on our golf outings before.
And we definitely need golfers.
Or
So.
people that are posing at golf.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
And the other thing, we are having very special first place trophies made with for my son's metalworks company, along with the coin for the Spirit of 45. So it's going to be a really neat place trophy that Ford will get.
It's a bust of me, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a pile of do.
Well done, brother. Well done.
Taking away his beer.
That joke really stunk. That was
But
good.
the other thing that we're looking forward to is silent auction pieces. My daughter-in-law, who is a fantastic quilter, Jen Surber, she has a Township Baker quilt shop, Baker Township quilt shop, but she's making a special quilt, patriotic quilt that we're going to have there as a silent auction. So I'd like to have some more pieces of stuff there too.
We have a very dear friend and supporter that has made a quilt for Battle Buddies
Yeah.
to be raffled off. I think this may be where we could use it at.
Yep.
'Cause we haven't had a big response to the tabs because between the heat and people traveling, there haven't been a lot of people there to
This
get
time of year,
raffle
right.
tickets.
Yeah.
It's just that time of year. So I think if that's okay with Colleen, we'll put that as part of the golf tournament.
Tim, where are you guys doing the auction at? Or is it?
It's going to be there in the clubhouse.
Okay, up at
Yeah.
the clubhouse on the event.
Yeah.
And anybody, if they want to come bid on any of the items, they can.
Yeah.
They can just show up and bid.
Yep, they sure can. Anybody wants to do it. It's going to be a fun time. Like I said, it's my first time, so I'm sure I'm going to make a lot of mistakes, and that's okay. I'll get better as we go for the next one.
I told you
I'm-
off air. I said, Beth and I and Corey, we make mistakes during all of them. I'm like, we're the only one that knows.
We're the only ones that know. So, yeah.
Yeah. And the people, I also want to say the people out at Foxcliff, Doug, Bailey, Golf Pro.
It's Bobby Payne's kid. Corey, are you on here? He's gonna kill me. And I was trying to think of it earlier.
Starts with a B, I know that. And the Golf Pro there, Steve, and they have all been extremely helpful. I think they're probably having a good chuckle
Baylor.
with me. Baylor,
Like
that's
CB.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baylor. Yeah.
Man, I couldn't get to that.
So they've all been helpful, and I really appreciate that. And I'm excited it's at Foxcliff. I mean, that's a beautiful course. And Doug, like you said, great job with
Yeah,
it.
he's
And
turn
the
that
bar
thing
there
up.
is awesome too. 450 bourbons.
have you
Come on.
have you been?
I've only been to Foxcliff one time. That was for a meeting. For a meeting with them.
Yeah.
And yes, there was a very impressive collection on the wall.
Bourbons.
Oh, man.
Collection is incredible.
Yeah.
The course to me, I love it out there. He's done so much work in the 2 years that he's had it, where it was and where it is. And Corey and I, we love going. Corey goes out there quite often now. He's turning.
Well, Corey, I expect to see you there.
And you have a team, Corey?
he messaged me today. We putting a team in it. And I was like, there's no way I could during the week. Not during, but I mean.
Corey, if you can carry me, I'll be on your team.
Where do you work? Well, you may have a bomb threat or something and
build
close work
aircraft
for the day.
stuff. Thank you. You guys.
That explains why we stay on the flight lines.
It doesn't take much to get a team together. It took me about 20 minutes. Put out a little request to get 3 people to jump on the team, and we were good to go. So
I put out a request, and the reply I got back was like, "Huh, with you?"
It's $300 a team. Is that
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
75 per individual.
Yep.
And the sponsors are different prices running down.
Yeah, you got your drink cart sponsor for 300, your lunch sponsor for 1,000. Whole sponsors, all whole sponsors are 75, and then we have an exclusive whole for 150. And you can put a table out there and set out there and provide drinks. You have to, if you want to do alcohol, you have to get a hold of Brian out there. But you can have water, whatever you want to do, and give out. Some of our sponsors are Shields, windshields. We have Melissa Greenwell, American Family. We have Lockhart Cadillac, and there's a couple others that's supposed to be coming in, so I'll mention them when they get in.
Right.
But longest putt, first, second, and third place. We have money that we're actually giving away. So
I like that.
Yeah.
That's,
and then the range sponsor, ball sponsor would be great, $500.
Shoo.
And again, this is all to support every penny of the profits go to these guys and their groups. And we're just proud that we can even have this opportunity to do it.
I want to give a shout out to Shields.
Right.
They make all of our medallions
Yeah.
that we give out to the veterans and their families. We gave 2 out tonight at a roll call for a Korean War veteran.
Right.
And his son had no idea we were doing this. It was a total shock to him. They were kind of frustrated because he knew his dad's name was supposed to be read, and we got through the Indiana veterans and the national veterans, and about 6 MIAs recovered from World War II, Korea, and Vietnam this week. And Jerry's about halfway through the MIAs, and I see him just kind of getting all flustered. And his wife, I looked at him, just kind of went like this, and his wife goes, "Just hang on." She knew. And, we did the roll call, and he came up there to do the presentation. The Schoolhouse Quilters Guild makes quilts for us, and they just donate them to give to the families. And when he walked up to get it, he goes, "Am I supposed to not cry?" I said, "No, if you don't, you're too hard of a man." And he had tears. And
you don't cry, I'm kicking you in the shin.
That makes it. That's what makes it all worthwhile. I mean, it's closure.
Little backstory on Brad. I graduated with him, played ball with him. Probably came friends 2nd or 3rd grade.
Mm-hmm.
At Lake Edgewood. Dad started a bearing company in the garage there. Still did. Fucking no.
Yeah.
And then they break ground over here on the other side of 37 at that point in time. So they had the concrete poured, the roof up and the sides up, and they got floors on it. So myself, Chris Sheets, Prius, Craig Smith was Jeff Bell, principal, Brad, myself. We all stayed over there in the building. First night was ever all 4 walls and a roof, and that was our 5th or 6th. See Brad take over where his dad started.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Started with silhouette fairings, and he still does a lot of fairings, though. Cars and jets and things. And keep you guessing.
Well, I tell you, we're just so you guys know, we're doing. Shields has decided to do a monthly podcast.
Really?
Yeah. So there.
That's cool.
Didn't know that.
Yep, that's going to be starting in August, and Alexa is his daughter, and him. It's going to be a fun time because we've got some good plans, but we're pretty excited about that. Good Neighbors Podcast, Martinsville. They're our first show, and we've got some others to follow. But so they've been a good group of people to work with. And, really, I didn't know this, but they're the largest company in the world that does what they do.
Yeah, one of the onlys at one
Only
point
ones
in
that
time.
had it.
Yeah.
I mean, Martinsville, Indiana has a world beating. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, Brad's a great guy, great family, and a great history, and glad they've kept that business in our community.
Yeah.
Everything that's
going on the last few years,
Yeah.
especially.
and they keep going. So once again, we're talking to Tim Surber, Bruce McKee, Jerry Vest, benefit golf scrabble from Martinsville neighbors to help benefit the Spirit of 45 and the Battle Buddies. All proceeds will go to them. Wednesday, August 16th at 1 p.m. out at Foxcliff gas station. Foxcliff Golf Course.
Take away his beer too.
I got a text right when I said that.
Yeah.
Foxcliff gas station. We'll be packed in 18 holes in there. And all of our clubs and everything.
Yeah.
Foxcliff gas station. That's where do you turn at? Right there at Foxcliff
Right there,
gas station.
Foxcliff, yeah.
Don't do that anymore.
No.
It's a little longer trip. But
Mm-hmm.
Foxcliff Golf Course, Doug's got it looking very sharp, as always, out there. And lots of room for sponsors. Teams, they need teams. I know quite a few of you guys, as will watch this over the next day or two, have played in our golf outings. Get a hold of Tim or Bruce or Jerry, or if you want, send me a message. I'll be posting this later. So put a team in it. Team fees are $300 total, $75 per individual. They have mulligans. They've got strings. Lot of good ways to have fun. And also, Lockhart Cadillac is putting a Cadillac on one of the par threes for a hole in one.
Yep.
So that interests me. I have to miss work that day and eBay that later on the week when I win it.
And you can also get the registration on our website, indianaspirit45.org, under the events tab. So
Okay, Lockhart was, there wasn't even any hesitation on their
That's magnificent.
right on it and excited about helping the community. So I appreciate Lockhart doing that.
Yeah, that's magnificent. That's a headliner. I was going to say, I mentioned earlier, take one of these. VFW, Legion
has got it.
Legion got one.
Yeah.
At least spread it around.
Can you guys drop them off there at the guard?
One of us can.
I don't know if they're allowed.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, sneak up there.
I'll put my boys' army hat on.
There you go. Fly overhead and throw it like that.
We'll do it at lunchtime when they're napping.
There you go.
When you guys are just waking up.
Here we go. I got an Air Force team, so if any branches want to challenge us, bring it
I
on.
like that.
Here
Bring
we
it on.
go.
Yeah,
Here
let's
we
do it.
There
go.
you go.
Challenge
Hey,
made.
get a hold of the Marines. They got 8 or 10 of them. With the fair every year. By the way, this
I
could
don't
have
have
been
any
opening-
crayons.
Yeah,
I got some at the house for the grandsons.
You could put them in crayons, it's like a kid with crayons for the winter.
Pretty good.
Hey,
This
that's
would
what.
have been opening night of the fair. You realize that tonight.
Yes.
And brutally hot. I'm glad we only had a couple hot days during the actual fair. Glad it was.
It would have been brutal out there, especially if they had animals out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it was
Just up on the square was horrible.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Challenge the Marines and some Army guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Military
Navy guys,
challenge.
Coast Guard.
We got the Air Force. You got
Yeah, we can get a hold of some of
Navy.
the guys who've been through Battle Buddies, and maybe we can put
Yeah.
put a Battle Buddies group together.
There you go.
They can't hack as bad
that.
as
Good
me.
guys. You know, Doug told me when I started this, late into it, Doug told me, he said, really, you need to have a committee. I never thought of that. But I said, I'll get Bruce and Terry. That's been successful.
He got us right in the middle of parade prep.
You said committee, correct?
Yeah.
I got a committee for the parade.
Yeah. That's because I said I can't do it anymore. If-
you have a massive committee for the parade.
Yeah, he does.
I did. Had a good committee.
We had a decent parade this year.
So what?
I think we have a decent parade.
We had
Biggest one we've had.
the
Doubled
biggest
in
one so
size.
far.
Yeah, loved it.
I need to put out a thank you also to Cammie Wiggins, trying to help me get things going. She lives there in Foxcliff. Has some teams she's supposed to be bringing to me, hopefully. But she's been talking with me and helping me.
That's another thing that hey, stick one of them up in the clubhouse flyers.
Yeah, we got them.
Because that helps. That helped us out every
Yeah.
year. We get people up in.
Right.
That's you're getting close to the end of the season. Whenever they play October, November.
Yeah.
The big thing they need to realize is this is not going towards the ambulance or the parade, or it goes straight to Battle Buddies. Eventually, what we want to do is we want to make this big enough where we can have our own little place. We don't have to share with other people, where we can just go and kind of like a little hideaway for the veterans, and we can all meet without people being able to see what's going on. Or
where are you guys located now?
right now we're at the Source on the square.
Yeah.
Rent for a place is just outrageous right now, and Daniel Elliott, he lets us use that place absolutely free.
Right.
He's another of our big supporters.
Been there since the beginning.
Since the
we
beginning.
started meeting in there.
At first, it was just me and Jerry. That was for
Spent several nights
in there
just
alone.
waiting
Yeah.
for someone to come in, and eventually they started coming. And
You know what though? That's worked out.
It's worked out good. It's worked out.
It was worth it to have what we have now, and some of the close calls we've had, and get a phone call and call back, and they won't answer. And I just went to their house. I just showed up at his house, and we sat there out on the street in my tailgate and talked for a couple hours until he was calmed down enough. And we do it for anybody. Doesn't matter. I left work early, and
if you save one,
it's worth it.
If you save one, it's worth every bit of it.
Yeah.
And if that one person gets to the point they can go out and help another person.
Before we started this, I lost one, and I wasn't in doing the counseling or anything then, but it was a friend of my son's, Austin Mason, and I didn't know. His mom wanted me to go talk to him, so I talked to him, and he gave me the cheerful, big smile.
Hey,
No,
good.
I'm fine. Everything's fine. And just a couple weeks later, he was gone.
Those are the words we don't like hearing. Is I'm
You
fine.
just missed the signs. He was fine because
have a way of
He'd
he
already
was
made up
fine
his
because
mind.
he was content with his decision. He already made up his mind.
Right.
Now we don't let anybody off the hook.
No, not even each other.
Nope.
that's good though.
And I want to try to talk to you guys because I want to put each together stuff every month. I'll find a sponsor for that page because Lisa and I have been trying to figure out how we can do that. And you just went through a lot of the people that we want to talk to, the veterans and World War II. I want to get their. We did a story on Mr. Saucerman. I don't know if.
Oh yeah.
We did a story on him about. Still, our favorite cover,
Wayne was quite a
story.
guy.
Yeah.
Quite a
Was,
guy.
and I tell you what, when we were at his house, he brought out those. His mind was sharp as can be. I mean, it was like he was right there,
Oh yeah.
and it was just one of the most. And we owe Roger Coffee a lot of help for that because he's the one who introduced us to him, and we really appreciate that. And he's passed now, but he was awesome. I mean, just I get chills when I think about it, and just seeing him talking about that island and everything that went on, and I mean, he missed it.
People we've got to know through this and our flight. I mean, Jerry Young, he flew the last mission of World War II over Japan. Me and him became friends at a meeting in California for the National Spirit 45. He actually came out here to visit us for Taps on the Square one night. He came out to visit us, and we stayed together probably 4 hours. Just the neatest guy you'd ever meet. Jerry, I think it was Randy, gave him his first ride in his entire life on a motorcycle that night.
And last.
And last.
Does he know Randy? Or
Well,
did he know Randy?
No.
When Jerry got on there, I mean, this guy's just a salt of the earth guy.
Right.
And he sat back on the back of Randy's motorcycle. He looked, just kind of patted him on the shoulder. He said, I want to tell you, do something dumb, I'm going to rip your ears off.
That just make Randy happy.
And Randy took off, and they went around the square, and Jerry came back, and he had a big grin just ear to ear, and we're like, how'd you do? He goes, well, he still got his ears, so we were all right. And I said, you want to go again? And he says, I'll fly my P-51 upside down through the fires of hell before I'll get on another one. But the amazing thing with him was I didn't realize that his wingman disappeared on the last mission
Really?
of World War II. They flew into a cloud after an attack, and apparently there was some damage or something to his plane, and he never came out of the cloud. And that was Scarlett Johansson's great uncle.
That's the tie-in that you.
That's the tie-in.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been one of our big sponsors nationwide. Now that I've been asked to be on the national.
We can figure out a day to work her in here.
Well, you know, that is something in the works because in
I
2 months I become one of the national board of directors for the Spirit of 45. So
you get her in studio, and I'll see you tonight.
well, we're
Fourth of
hoping
July.
to have her for a 4th of July visit. Yep.
What?
But yeah, she's one of our.
She's
She
adorable.
is one of our.
Don't be
biggest
moving your
supporters.
booth out into the middle of the street.
Yeah, an ambulance would finally come in handy, wouldn't it?
Why's that cameraman got that vehicle stopped?
Why did they stop that old antique ambulance, throwing Kevin in the back?
Down here, you're right down the corner of the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
she's been a fan favorite of mine for long before I even knew. You told me that last.
that was during the 4th of July. Yeah, she is one of the biggest sponsors of our efforts.
But you know where I'm going to say it out loud. 99% screen or a lot of the same.
Right.
And I just assumed.
Nope. She is
What a horrible assumption.
She is a major supporter of the veteran community.
I'll remind her of that when
No,
she's here.
don't you. Shoot you in the kneecap.
Then I guess we'll see you at the golf tournament.
I like that, Jerry. Good job.
Well done.
I'm not above extortion.
You're right. Yes, she is a fan favorite for sure. But what a sweet lady too.
She is. She'd put out such a good message on the Spirit page. It's been about 3 years ago, right before Jerry passed. We're working on that. I take my place on the board of national directors in September.
I think
Yeah, that'll help.
she would take over. Try to figure out who we considered the.
Well, we'd have to tell her when you come to visit and you see Kevin, just go all Lucy on him.
Right? No.
If you haven't seen the movie Lucy,
Yeah,
she's quite.
Yeah.
She's quite the
she's
deadly
kind of a
person.
machine in
Yeah,
that.
she's a machine in that one.
The gentlemen in here tonight are in support of Spirit of 45 and Battle Buddies.
Yep.
Martinsville Neighbors has put together a golf scramble out at Foxcliff, August 16th. That is a Wednesday, 1 p.m., noon. Check-in out there at Foxcliff. If you'd like to be involved, get a hold of Tim, Jerry, or Bruce. Lots of things to sponsor. All proceeds are going to these guys, and they've been talking about things they do. You've seen them. They've been in here many times. You've seen them on the square, 4th of July parade. They do a lot of good for our community, for the veterans of the area overall. So if there's something you want. Once again, I see people always, there's nothing to do or nothing to get behind. Want to get behind something good? This is your opportunity. Those that line keep our freedom.
And if you're a veteran and you have anything you want to talk about, every 2nd and 4th Wednesday at the Source Building, that's where we're at. No psychologist, no psychiatrist, just veterans.
Talk about Scarlett.
We could.
Didn't she like aliens?
I knew it was coming. I knew there was an alien one. But yeah, just come see us. I mean, we
Let her know we're going to be out in my field in a a weeks.
Exactly.
That's what I'm thinking,
yeah,
She can fly her helicopter right and land right there in the field.
yeah. Everything we do for free, and that helps when we have some back.
Nothing's free though.
But nothing's
You
free.
gotta have money to help do that.
Gotta
That's
have
what
money
we're
to be
doing.
free.
Exactly.
No government, no VA.
It's
Just veterans
just
for
veterans.
veterans.
There's weeks we'll sit there and do nothing but joke and tell stories.
But you know what? You guys know as well as me. That's what you miss.
That's what you miss.
Every bit of it.
Brotherhood.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
But every once in a while, one of us will just finally say, "I'm tired of carrying it. It's time to let go." And I held
did
on
a couple days ago.
Yeah.
I had a bad day.
I held it from 1986 until 7 years ago. Now I quit the drinking part of it back in the early 90s, but the memories I just no. Yeah, I had a bad night's sleep. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah.
Being with other veterans and over the years, it's helped me.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Thank you, Mike.
we all have bad night sleeps. What's your
We do.
reason? Don't be thrown. Don't throw me that.
Yeah, it's
Well, if we're not sleeping on a pile of rocks and dirt, then it's
exactly.
How'd you get?
well, not you guys.
How'd you get dirt and rocks in your hotel?
Is that chair good behind that for you?
I get a little fluff.
Right.
Homemade.
I'll tell the story. I always do whenever guys used to physically fight. We had once every 6 months we had to go to a place called Herbiscoff, and you can look it up. It's about that we would back in the old day tell it go to this mountain, thousands oh yeah, place about that big, and we would teletype from there, state of Georgia in any location set up, just in case everything went to crap. We had to keep up. Air Force Base was about food in there. So one NCO had to go, and all of us smaller guys would fight over who was going to be with him. You had to work because there's only two of you, and you had to run it 24/7. But on your off shift, buddy, Air Force. This is crap. You guys got all the good food and TV,
Food,
and
PlayStation.
You probably had direct TV back then.
We invented it.
Right.
Keep the pilots happy.
Right. Well, the jets would fly down the gorge over the backside below us. It was pretty interesting. So, way up there.
It's more fun when you're in them, though.
I'm good with boots on the ground. No. Couldn't do ships, couldn't do planes. No.
Ships I had no desire for.
No.
Yeah.
Planes and choppers, I love
Tim,
them. Every time I got
you
out.
to want to do something for these guys here. These I tell you.
I tell you, yeah. Well, what possessed me is their dedication to what they're doing. I didn't think Jerry hold anything very long, but he's done a great job of this.
And he's stuck with me since 2000. You came out in 2011, wasn't it? Yeah, you came out in 11 because it was just me and Zonder that first did it.
He didn't stay very long with me in the Civil Air Patrol. What happened, Jerry?
I started.
My son went off to the military.
Because I started the organization by myself just as a whim, and then Zonder joined in just a few days before our first program. And then Jerry came in the first of the year after that, and we've been together ever since then, just building things. And we have a lot of fun, but there's a lot of serious stuff we try to take care of too.
Sure.
That's what you guys do is so important, and to the families, I to hear their name, that family, here they are. They live in Indianapolis, and their name mentioned here in Martinsville. I mean, that just means a lot. And when I talk about the military, I think about when my son was getting ready to take his first deployment over to Afghanistan and went to the base in Oklahoma. And we got to watch them get prepared for that, and here's all these young 18-year-old kids. Some with wives are pregnant and they're going to have the baby while they're gone. But what was amazing to me is every single one of those guys, they were doing our job. That's what our job is. There was no fear into them. Now I'm sure there could be fear, no doubt, when you get to face it. But they were brave in facing it, not scared, but facing it because they knew that's what their job was. And I tell you, I think about that, and I think about, man, I wanted to serve in the military, but I was an idiot when I was growing up. I was growing up right about the time Vietnam.
We were too. We just chose to write.
I wish I would have served, and that's one of the reasons why I started the Silver Air Patrol back in the late '90s. Was, maybe it was a way to give back. We had a lot of good kids go through there.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of them went into the military because of that people there. And my son went in the military, and Jerry's son, and quite a few that we. But I tell you, it's when I saw that, and then the community bringing stuff to them, and blankets, and food, and everything, because we were out there after 1 o'clock in the morning before they loaded on the bus. And that was really moving to me. I mean, I know that's not close to the stories you guys have, but from a civilian side.
Sure.
Parent side, I was just so impressed with what those kids, how they handled it, and what they knew they were doing, and how the wives.
And they've entered a brotherhood that's never broken. We give each other a lot of crap, between Army, Navy, and even the Marines. We just quiet them down with crayons, but but it's a brotherhood you never forget about. You'll have each other's backs no matter what, even if Kevin's jealous because Jerry and I scored high enough on the test we could actually join the Air Force. But
I'm just sitting here watching.
You invited us here.
You invited us.
Yeah, but my buddy from the motor pool's out there dismantling your engines. You never know what white phosphorus is?
Oh, Willie Peter. I know.
I do.
Yeah.
Did I ever remind you that I was in Red Horse?
That's right.
We can make C4.
That's right.
But further in his point, that Taps on the Square is obviously the veteran is passed, so we're honoring being his last witness. That's going to most likely be the last time, for the most part, his name is ever pronounced or read into the record.
Public.
And now it's permanently on the internet, so it never goes away. But Taps is mainly for the family.
Right.
We're there to support the families of those of the fallen. Because those are the ones. And I know one time I was reading the names and I got choked up because one of the names on there was a guy that I served with. I didn't realize had passed.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, I saw it and I was like, and then afterwards I looked it up and yeah, it was him.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I think some of the
Been gone out of it so long.
We've had to renames our own group. Gene, us a Sweet Spirit, and Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Steve helped us put the memorial back together, and a few months later, he took his own life. We've done so many of our own people, and those are the tough ones.
Oh yeah.
There's been times up there when I'm playing that task and tears are coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get an opportunity, there's a movie out there with Kevin Bacon called Taking Chance.
Taking Chance.
Yeah, that's
Check that out.
That is an awesome movie.
Check that out.
Yeah,
I've not seen it.
I've been bringing home.
It was the one that turned me around to make me feel like I was doing something important.
Oh, okay. So it's not a newer movie.
No, it's not a
it's
new
been
movie
out.
at all.
Okay,
It's older one,
Did I miss this?
but it's very good.
Yeah, he was probably just a kid when it came out.
Very well done.
That's funny. We were flying out to Donald Trump's inauguration, and we were in the Washington, D.C. I think that's where we were. Maybe we were in Indy. I think it was Indy. Anyway, a plane came in, and they had a body of a soldier coming off, and the family came off the plane, and that whole area just was quiet as a mouse.
Oh yeah.
It was, it was a really neat time because of what was going on. But to see that, because we did see that movie, and that's a great movie. That was a really movie. Seeing the people respect that family. And
I know. I think
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Several times. Yep.
that is.
Yeah.
Every American.
In Pearl Harbor.
I've not been to Pearl.
That is
654 acres of freedom.
Go there and change them. If it doesn't change your perspective, you need.
right.
I hate saying it like that.
It's true.
It's one of the stops we go to with Honor Flight. We
I
take the
figured
veterans
that.
up there,
Yeah.
and just to watch them
Yeah.
and take them up there so they can honor their
The
fallen.
history of that ground prior to
Yeah.
who it came
It's
from.
incredible.
You're like,
Yeah.
what? You know, they don't teach you that in school.
No, they
you
don't.
know?
No, they
And
don't.
you're like, really? Just back and forth, and then how it ended up as it was. I was there. We were there 2 days, and I went live off and on. There, about one of the first. I filmed all day. Now, once we got the Tomb of the Unknown.
No, you don't.
Talk
They-
about class.
They
Those guys
they
are
don't
incredible.
have a problem with you
No, they
filming
don't.
or anything, but you don't make any sounds. You better have that volume shut
Yeah.
off.
Don't have one of the old 35 millimeter.
No. When I was at, could you tell the title of the movie? Title of that movie?
It's Taking Chance
Second Chance.
with Kevin Bacon.
When I was in commo school, first talked in day 12 or take off your whatever. Between me and this one mile. Oh, but this guy, I just guy was a good soldier, better soldier. He gets the course done. I get done 2 days later in drill sergeant. We're going to Bradford, I think. Us. He goes back. They selected him for, and I don't know if he ever made it.
Yeah,
Because
just
I
to
went-
be selected.
Yeah,
is-
I went to Germany and he went there, but drill sergeant was telling us, you know, when you reach that point, you graduated, you're through basic, you're through AIT. Now the drill sergeant's a little more.
Yeah.
He's like, he's got to do this. Selection. They got
this and this.
It's a hard life.
Wow. That what they training. That's all they do.
Mhm.
Like literally. So, and they have to
Commitment.
walk a straight and narrow in
Yeah.
there.
And after.
and out. Yeah.
Yep.
After you get
Yeah.
out of the service,
Yeah.
you can have your pin pulled.
Yeah, that's an elite group of human beings.
Special mentality to be
Yeah,
that gathered up and put away like
Yeah.
that. So
gentlemen, I will do my best to promote this on our site.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys. Awesome what you're doing here, Tim. And hopefully this will help Bruce and Jerry out with their 45 and the Battle Buddies. Folks, get on board and help these guys out. Little Tim, Jerry, or myself. I'm going to end up posting a copy. You got
yep, on my site. Yeah.
I'll bring one on the site tonight. Post it in there. I know we've had like 32, 33 teams on our golf outing this year. Guys, jump on here. Any other questions, Tim?
I just really appreciate anything you guys they can do for us to help these guys, and I really appreciate what your dedication helping our veterans and to be out there every Friday and the other things you do, the honor flights and all that. You have my respect. I'll take you on that because that takes something, and for me to say that to you is like killing me. But, you know.
The good thing is he's looking at Jerry when he said that part.
Right.
I like Bruce. Just eating it up.
Yeah, Jerry's
it up.
loving every minute of
Looking
it.
at Jerry. That's
tell you,
good work.
Whatever the community can do for us, we, like you said, we need teams. So I love the challenge of the military teams. That'd be
challenge.
awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do that, and we can even have some fun with that. And thank you for having us on the show. I really
Hey,
appreciate
no
it.
problem. I enjoyed it. It's an honor of mine to have you guys there. Jerry, as always, nice to see
And you too,
you.
brother.
Talk UFOs real soon. Probably some of the same group.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
You got
Yeah, I'm
s'mores?
ready.
Jeff's
You got s'more?
Sure.
Okay.
I got 2 big bonfires out there.
Oh, you ought
ready
to
to
see,
go.
you ought to see the
Lisa
pile
come
of
too?
wood he's got out there.
Can Lisa come too?
She's
never
not
seen
mad at you.
aliens. Yeah.
Or one or the other.
Depends what day it is.
Or
Yeah.
if she is mad at you, you might just want to get
Yeah,
out
I
of the
just
way.
want to get out of the way.
Real quick before we get off here, I want to mention tomorrow is Artie Fest. There is a 5K or some K run. I don't know the distance.
There's no
That's
such
basically-
thing as a fun run.
They've never run with a flag.
You see me run, you see me running. I got a spider up my
Right.
leg, or I'm out of ammunition.
Right,
Right.
they never run old timey M16. Trust me. Tomorrow morning, the roads will be blocked off. It's almost the parade route. Don't move the barricades. Watch out for the runners. Then Artie Fest kicks off at 9 o'clock. They've got sales going on. There's bounce houses. There's music starting, I think, at 3 all the way till 9 p.m. It's a fun time downtown. Hopefully, it's not going to be the swamp that was today.
Yeah.
But get out and support this. Lori was in here last night. They do a lot of hard work to get this thing off. So
They need help also.
Oh,
like
yes.
we did with blocking the streets.
Yes, they do.
Because that is a requirement now to have people on every street.
yeah. So
So,
if you guys want to help out, get a hold of Lori tonight, tomorrow morning.
If
Guys, thank you so much.
Can
Ken,
I throw
thank
one
you.
more plug in?
Well, sure.
Sunday morning at 10 a.m.
Serve
at the
biscuits,
USS, I wish, at the USS Indianapolis Memorial, where there will be playing Echo Taps. There is a large ceremony going on. It's free to the public.
What's this Sunday?
Sunday is the anniversary of the sinking of the USS
I
Indianapolis.
did not know.
12:15 a.m., July 30th, 1945. She got hit by 2 torpedoes on the starboard side into the fuel tanks.
The aftermath.
That's
of that.
right.
She blew. That's the right side. She blew in half and sank in
Depends which
12
way you
minutes.
face.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, she sank in 12 minutes. 300 died on board. 900 went in the water, and 200 came out of the water.
Sharks.
Sharks
I have to
destroyed
get
it. So
my-
There's
that's at the
only
Indianapolis
one
Memorial.
survivor left.
Only one left.
Up from
And,
Indianapolis. Are you?
His family will be there.
There's only one left?
There's only one left.
Just one.
The family
Number 2
of
died a few months ago.
the family of the captain of the I-58, which was the Japanese submarine that torpedoed the Indianapolis, will be there,
Really?
as well as the family of the last survivor.
Hmm.
And several families of the survivors will be there. The 2 families got together several years ago and wrote letters, and the family from Japan were scared to death. They were going to be hated when they got here.
That's understandable.
And when they got here, they found out that,
You can always
That-
see that on both sides.
yeah,
because,
it was war. It was, they were doing what they were supposed to do. And
They-
both families now
They
support
sank a
the memorial.
boat, and we scorched earth on 2
On
complete
2
cities.
complete cities, yeah. But it's a really neat ceremony. I've never played at it. I've been at it twice, but never played. The original bugler, or one of the buglers from the Indianapolis, played until 4 years ago when he passed away. He played every year. But they've asked Zonder and I to come and
So that's
and
Sunday at
sound
10
different.
a.m.
It's Sunday at 10 a.m.
Very cool.
Lasts till 11. So it's quite a ceremony. It's free to the public. It's open to everybody. Just
Great.
show up and show your support for the families that remain.
Well, gentlemen, thank you as always. Good luck with that. Bruce, guys, we'll do what we can to help you out on this golf outing.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you all for what you're doing. God bless each and every one of you. Love you guys for tuning in tonight.
Hey, thanks everybody being here.
Have a
Thanks,
great
y'all.
weekend. Be safe. Love you guys. We will see you soon.